Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my review for WWE 205 Live for April 30th, 2019. And I'm just going to get right into the video. We had Aiden English, Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, who was back from his hiatus on the previous episode, and the newest member of the 205 Live commentary team, at least I think so, anyways, the fourth member, David Otunga. I don't know if this is just going to be like a 1 week thing, though, and, then it'll be gone on the next episode. I really don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, but I think that's interesting. I'm not really a fan though of them doing a 4-man commentary booth. I just think it's just kind of messy. Like, there was times throughout the show when Nigel and David Otunga really didn't say anything because everybody else kind of was already chipping in. So it just makes it kind of tough for everybody to kind of talk about stuff and call the match. And David Otunga just really isn't that good. I thought the commentary pair up with Vic Joseph, Aiden English, and Nigel McGuinness was working. I don't really think it needed to be changed. So that's my thoughts on that. Kind of hope that was just a 1 week thing. But we had another video package, and it was to build up the main event of this show. Um, it was between Tony Nese and Drew Gulak because they were having a match in the main event. And I kind of like now that they're having the superstars cut the promos instead of, Drake Maverick doing it. I think it's something different. It's something new. It's a nice way to build the show. So Tony Nese talks about how he doesn't want to be a lazy and complacent cruiserweight champion. He wants to take on all comers and, prove that he's here to put the cruiserweight division on the map because that's what he's done since day one. And I didn't think about it though, but he was in the first ever match of 205 Live. I completely forgot about that. I think that's very interesting. Um, and it's just definitely shows how much 205 Live has improved and things like that. So I thought it was a very good promo. And then Drew Gulak talks about how he believes in having a step-by-step plan, and his plan hasn't gone exactly according to plan. So he said that he's going to prove that tonight when he beats Drew Gulak because he talks about how history is on his side because most of the time when him and Drew Gulak to step into the win, he's made him tap out. And he says that Tony Nese got lucky um, when he beat him in the tournament, and he said that he's gonna when you step to me, you tap out. I thought these were two very good promos to build up to the main event, and I really enjoyed it. Um, then we had a tag team match. It was Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik versus none other than the Sin Brothers. So I guess they're going to be part of 205 Live now. I like it. I think they should have been a part of it a long time ago. Um, when you watch this match, you actually forget how ridiculously talented they are. They're a really good tag team, and I don't know why they weren't a part of this division sooner. I don't know if that means they're still going to be managers on SmackDown Live, because I know they've done that before. Like, you have Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, who also show up on Raw, so I don't know if the Sin Brothers are going to have the same thing happen. So yeah. The Sin Brothers talk about and brag about how they faced all these main eventers, and they were, undefeated in 205 Live. They've never lost a match, mainly because they've only had one match, but I thought it was a nice way to get heat. And they have a match. They actually had a really good match. Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado dominate the matchup early, with hitting some nice hurricanranas, nice drop kicks. Lindsay Dorado hits a wicked clothesline on one of the Sin Brothers, and the other Sin brother hits a wicked lifting knee right to the across the back. So the Sin Brothers get the hit on Lindsay Dorado for a while. They hit a double suplex on him. There was a really cool move I forgot about where the Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik had a wheelbarrow slim blade bulldog combination, which was what I thought really cool. But then eventually Grand Metalik gets the hot tag. He hits a double cross body onto the Sin Brothers, and he gets on a roll. He hits a super kick, a drop kick from the middle rope. And then he hits the reverse slim blade. I thought that was really damn cool. Um, and the Sin Brothers try to cheat, but Lindsay Dorado wasn't having that. They nearly beat Lindsay. Lindsay Dorado. They nearly beat Lindsay Dorado with a double super kick, but Grand Metalik breaks it up, and then eventually Grand Metalik takes out one of the Sin Brothers with head scissors takeover on the outside, and then Grand Metalik hits the elbow drop from the top rope, and Lince Dorado hits the shooting star press for the win. I was kind of questioning why the Sin Brothers lost, considering the fact that this was the first match back in 205 Live. But I really don't have an issue with it, because maybe 205 Live would do something with it. And Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik haven't had a big win in a while, so I thought it made sense. But yeah, I kind of think it's odd that the Sin Brothers kind of lost this match. Um, I don't have an issue with it, because maybe they'll do something with it, because like I said, because 205 Live um, has good storytelling and stuff, there's reasons why everything happens, so maybe we'll see they'll do something with this. So I thought this match was a thumbs up, and I really didn't have an issue. Like, the result I'm kind of iffy about, but I'm not like completely mad about it. So maybe this will be a because they're definitely part of the roster, I think. Um, so yeah. Next, Drake Maverick's backstage, and he talks to Humberto Carrillo, congratulates him on his victory against Drew Gulak on the previous episode, and he gives him some advice to stay away from Drew Gulak if he wants to have any success in 205 Live. And then Gentleman Jack Gallagher comes up, and he says that he's not willing to start any trouble because he's not medically cleared to. And he says, he congratulates Humberto Carrillo on his victory, and he says that they may not have worked out as partners, but maybe they'll work out as opponents, and they shake hands. And this ties in, I think, because Gentleman Jack Gallagher said that he's going to be ready not the next episode, but the one next week's episode. So I'm assuming they're going to do Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus Humberto Carrillo in a match. And have the rematch since Gulak kind of screwed that up. So yeah, I like it too, because at least they're not just randomly going to be friends now. After having that storyline, I don't know if I'm assuming they're going to do a Drew Gulak Jack Gallagher match, since Gallagher turned on him, so maybe that'll tie in. So we have to wait and see on that one. But I thought this backstage segment was good. It was a good way to set up a future storyline between Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Humberto Carrillo. Next, the Brian Kendrick was supposed to have a match, but he gets attacked from behind by Mike Kanellis. But Akira Tozawa comes out, they brawl, and Akira Tozawa kicks his ass. He throws him into the barricade, and eventually Mike Kanellis just takes off after, referees, and Drake Maverick comes out and breaks it up. And now in the next episode of 205 Live, they're going to have a no disqualification match, which makes sense because this feud's been going on long enough to have a stipulation. And yeah, that was basically it. I liked this, though. I thought it was a nice way to set up that match. And then Arya Daivari cuts a promo, and he talks about how he's undefeated in 2019, and he says that he wants to win the Cruiserweight Championship so that way he can have more money and more power. And he says that Tony Nese is being an idiot because he's just going to cause himself to get one out, and he's going to swoop in and pick up the pieces. So there's that. I liked it, though. I thought it was a nice way to build up Arya Daivari as a challenger. And then we had the main event. It was Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. I thought this was a really good match. Probably my favorite match of the show. Mainly because it was only like 2 matches, but you get the point. They have a brawl. Tony Nese gets the better of him. And he beats the crap out of Drew Gulak. He hits a really cool backflip dive on the outside. But then eventually Gulak gets the upper hand, and he rams Tony Nese ribs first into the apron. And he dominates Tony Nese for a little bit, but then Tony Nese gains control. He hits a really cool running knee right onto Gulak, but he kicks out of it. They fight on the apron. Gulak hits a really cool body slam onto Tony Nese, and Gulak dominates and really works over the ribs of Tony Nese, but then eventually Tony Nese starts to mount a comeback. He hit double clotheslines on the apron, and when Gulak tries to get back in the ring, Tony Nese grabs him. He beats up Gulak on the outside, hits a suplex on the floor, and then he puts Gulak back in the ring, but he doesn't get the pinfall. Tony Nese hits a really cool Hurricanrana off the turnbuckles, but he doesn't get the win off of that either. And then eventually Gulak starts to gain control. He goes for the Gulak a handful of times, but Tony Nese continuously reverses it. I like the spot where he hit the body slam and then turning into the Gulak. I thought that was really cool. And then Drew Gulak hits the gutbuster from the top turnbuckle, but Tony Nese kicks out of that. and then he gets Tony Nese into the Gulak, but Tony Nese reverses into a pinfall. But this time, Drew Gulak kicks out, which I thought was a nice tie-in to the previous match. And then eventually, Tony Nese hits a German suplex into the turnbuckles. He goes for the running Nese, but Gulak counters into a running clothesline. But Tony Nese kicks out. And then Tony Nese finally hits the German suplex into the corner, and then hits the running Nese for the win. And I thought that made sense for obviously for Tony Nese to get the win, considering the fact that he's got a cruiserweight title match coming up. You should make him look strong. But I don't think Drew Gulak looked weak at all by losing. I thought he had like an impressive showing in this match. So I thought it made him look really strong. I kind of wish though they wouldn't have done this match already because I really wanted to see it be done for the title. But maybe they're still going to do that match because they can still have tons of matches with each other and it'll never get old because they continuously to adapt and do new stuff. And that was 205 Live. I thought it was an awesome show. I thought the matches delivered on this show. I like that it's building future storylines for future shows. So I'm going to give this episode an A minus. I thought it was good. Awesome. I guess one criticism, I guess, that it doesn't really feel like it has like the star power now that Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy is gone. I know I talked about that in the last review, but I still kind of feel like that. But I feel like the star power is not really hurt in the show. They're still continuing to have good matches and stuff. And I think having the Sin Brothers is a nice addition since they were aligned with Jinder Mahal, who was the WWE champion for a while. So I think it's cool that they're going to be a part of it now. So, yeah, that's pretty much my review, though. Thank you guys. And I don't really like that they've added David Otunga. Now, obviously, if he's not on the next episode, then I won't really complain about it as much. But we'll have to wait and see. But that's pretty much the end of my review. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell. That way, every time I upload a video, you guys get the notifications for it. And make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM Brothers and all the Talking to YouTube channels. That's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.